Howdy YouTube. I got a really long episode for you this week. Matter of fact, it's so long I'm going to break it up into 2 episodes. So part 1 of this episode will be nothing but the build. And then part 2 of this episode will be some build and then me talking about what's been going on the past couple weeks of my life. It's been kind of crazy around here. So you got to watch all of part 1. And then on part 2, you don't have to watch it all. They'll just be like the beginning will be work, and then after that it'll be me talking. So if you want to shut it off when I start talking, I'm okay with that. But I know there's a lot of people that like to know what's going on just in my life and other things. So anyway, thought I'd warn you. Thanks for watching, y'all. Oh, I didn't light up the light. Today it was raining, so I can't be distracted by outside spring work. Wood chipper, because I don't have another shop job at the moment. I have no excuses today to not work on the wood chipper. And I think I'm going to try to work on it as many hours as I can. My grandpa is working on his tractor over here. So I got the wood chipper and my press project brought over to this side of the shop. It's been a while since I've worked on this side. Normally the Kubota sits here, but I put it out in one of the sheds since it's, only getting down around freezing at night now. It doesn't need to be inside, keeping it warm. And I'm not feeding the cows near as often either, so they can sit out there. So it'll be weird working over here. I think the light's pretty good. We did something wrong when we did the lighting here. With the garage door being there, we didn't put a light bulb or a light fixture in that section because we thought, well, it'll catch a shadow when the door is up. We should have put one there because you very seldom have the door up anyway. So we got them there, but as you can see, well, the camera adjusts, but there. Maybe that shows a little bit better. That corner over there is dark compared to here. So, yeah. But anyway, who cares? So I'm going to flop the generator and engine back on its side. That way we can put the idler pulley on there. I bought one of these cheapo pulleys at Tractor Supply. I'm jealous of people that live by a Tractor Supply. The closest one I have to me is 124 miles from my house. Yes, I reset the odometer when I left just to know how far it was. I'll talk more about that at the end of the video. I'm going to figure out where I want that bolted at and how I want the spring to work. As you can see, the pulley's off to one side, pretty close. Someone need to put a couple of washers under there. I don't like having that spring go over there. Just doesn't feel strong enough. So I found a shorter one. I think I'm going to run it down this way. I debated about whether or not to use a self-locking nut, but I think I'm just going to double nut it. Okay, I got that in there super easy earlier. There we go. Well, that's not bad, just right there. Oops, wrong end of the wrench. Oh yeah, that belt's a lot tighter. That's really all I need, is just have it sticking through. At least for now. Now, it sounds like the starter's engaged. Yeah, that's the starter. Why is the starter doing that? Give it a couple of love taps, see if I can break it. There it goes. Don't know why that was hung up. I guess maybe from tipping it on its side. Feels good. I like that a lot. I'm going to move it in position. I'd like to spot weld it down eventually, but first I need to figure out where the gas tank is going to go. And I should also figure out kind of how the hitch is going to need to set in there too. Next thing I need to do is figure out how to keep this clutch from spinning. I honestly don't remember how it was held onto that Dixon mower. I really can't remember at all how they did that. It is raining outside. Holy crap. Awesome. I forgot to take my camera down to the mower chassis. I have it in a shed where I also have the Dixon mower that I want to repair with the parts that I got this mower that we're using the engine from, if I said that correctly. Anyway, I looked at how the clutch was attached on the one we have, and there's a metal rod bent into kind of a U, I guess you call it, and then a spring going the other direction. Time for a new hat. Whew. If anybody wants to send me a hat, I'll gladly wear it in my YouTube videos. Ah, gee, man, this thing is soaked. I ain't gonna wear it anymore. Not today. I was playing with this clutch, trying to figure out how to mount it here. And then I realized as I was spinning it that the pulley spins with this. And I thought, wait a second, that's not right. And I realized, yes, it is right, because this is a mower deck clutch. These things have a brake on them when they're not running the mower. You know, it's a safety thing. And I got to thinking about that, and I don't think I want to use that. I thought this would be really handy to engage the chipper and disengage the chipper, you know, when I want it. But I don't think I want that brake with the mass of that chipper running like that. It's not just like mower blades where it can, you know, stop it pretty quick. It's going to have some serious oomph when it stops spinning. So I'm thinking I don't want to use this. So I think I'm going to take this off of there. Metric. Alright. Oh! Well, that was too easy. Holy cow. And that creates another problem. This pulley is held on there by that bolt as well. Did not see that coming. Since that comes off of there so easy, I'm going to figure out what size of shaft this is real quick. And then I'm going to put that back on there. And I can just let it spin for now. It's not going to affect anything. Because I want to try this generator really bad. We'll set the generator back in here like it's supposed to. Spot it down. Then we'll see if I can dump a little gas in the carburetor and get this thing to fire. That'd be cool. So this is my grand plan. I have this trouble light that I just checked in the wall outlet and it works. So I'm going to plug it into the generator. I'm going to drizzle a little bit of gas into the carburetor of the engine. I'm going to use jumper cables. run it over to the battery on the generator welder over here and see if the thing runs. Quite coming to a prime yet. Put it in over here. I saw the light, buddy. It's working. I have a generator. Woohoo! I don't even need a generator. Alright, I'm going to start figuring out where this gas tank goes. So now I'm just going to take some measurements, figure out where these bolt holes should be, and figure out how that gas tank should fit in there. I have these couple pieces of 2-inch wide strap iron laying here. It's really wider than what I want, but I'm going to go ahead and use it because, well, it's scrap and it's laying here. I need to make sure that little sump on the bottom of this tank clears the front of that frame. But I want that gas tank as far forward as possible. So, just kind of making sure that all fits according to the lines I just laid out. And we'll go drill some holes in it, and hopefully everything lines up. I had an air compressor given to me sometime over the summer, so I can't remember exactly when it was. I took it apart. I'm planning on doing a couple projects with it, if I ever get around to it. But these are some of the bolts out of them. Thought I'd try to recycle them in here if I can. So I don't know, these might be a little too long. I think those are fine. Make sure my bolt hole spacing's right. Oh yeah, I got it right. Yay! The little things. Okay, now I'm going to use this one, stack it up on there, drill those 2 holes in. Oh, I hate sneezing, but I'm drilling. I'm going to go ahead and add a lock washer to the bolt. That way I know it won't bottom out, and that should also help keep it from vibrating out of there. But anyway, I'm not going to put them on right now because I want to put the bolts in and then spot weld these strap irons in place. But just letting you know for future reference, I'll make sure I clear this sump. And I don't. That's forward this way a lot more than what I wanted. Actually, I wanted that gas tank back there more. Dang. Okay. Well, we'll trim this one off. I don't know if I can do that. Alright, trimmed them off. Let's try this again. Oh yeah, perfect. And I'm lining up the suction tube here to the pump on the engine, so it goes right between the engine and the generator here. I'm going to go that way just a little bit yet. There we go. That's pretty good. But it's supper time, so I'm going to go eat supper and hopefully I'll get back to this later. If not, it'll still be a good episode.